Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we got the final code from electrifying a bed, and it gave us, after opening the test, the super duper awesome prize of nothingness. There was absolutely nothing in here, but it made this door reveal itself with this sort of 3D portrait coming out of the door, and inside its mouth it had a button. Before we go to the elevator, let's see what this has to say. She's an angel, no one knows. Oh, no one knows. Only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk among her bridge. It's a fret, Ed. They fall from the weight of their crimes. Like a bloated and ugly corpses. Their sins, she devours them. Sins and sinners alike, she saves me. She is an angel. A nice little, poem there. Okay, that was kind of creepy hearing the chains. But yeah, if you notice, you'll notice that every other way has been blocked off. So you cannot go back to the other areas. So there were items in those areas you missed. You cannot go back and get them. You are railroaded into the elevator. So let's take this elevator down.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another exciting edition of Trick or Treat, where you answer our questions correctly and win a prize beyond your wildest dreams. Or you fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It's all in the hands of our lucky contestant, James Sunderland. James, are you ready to play Trick or Treat? Excellent! Here's your first question. In the early 1800s, a terrible disease spread across Silent Hill, resulting in the death of many of its inhabitants. Their bodies thrown into the lake to sleep forever in their watery grave. How many souls were lost during the plague? 1, 42, 2, 67, 3, 85. Know the answer? Well, you better hold on to it. You never know when it might come in handy. Now, on to the second question. Follow Sanders Street heading east and further on to the outskirts of town. One and only one road will take you towards the lumberyard and the cemetery. What is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Munson Street. 3. Wiltsey Road. Did you get that? I sure as hell hope so. And for a third and final question, Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood. What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. One of the victims was a local boy named Billy Loquet. But what was the name of the other victim? Billy's sister. 1. Miriam. 2. Heather. 3. Julia. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? If so, fantastic. The time will soon come to collect your prizes. But be careful. If you're wrong, well, looks like that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. See you somewhere, sometime, in sickness or in health. Bye.
And now the elevator's gonna be working.
What the hell was that?
Be sure to remember those questions. Because there's something good if you remember. I'll go into more detail about those questions when they are relevant, but be sure to remember. And I hope you've been paying attention throughout the entirety of the game. Alright, the radio's reacting. We can't go that way because There's a locked door. Like there's a nurse. Let's just give her a slash. That's one threat eliminated. Ah, there's the other thing my radio's reacting to, is this bug. So let's check the rooms. As James decides to show off. Yeah, I think this is the way we need to go. Let's just quickly check this way where the nurse was heading. I don't think there's a mannequin. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. There is a mannequin. Did that mannequin scream as it died? It sounded like it let out like a Tom and Jerry scream. Am I imagining that, or was there something that sounded like that? Alright, seems like we got everything we can in this room. Let's go the way we're supposed to. Got some steam there, nothing on here. And you can walk past the steam. Don't think that the steam's gonna block you. Unlike other video games where there's steam, usually that prevents you from progressing. We're on this side, but the door's still locked. I think there's a mannequin. Yes, there is! Like, there's no way there's free bullets there and there's not a mannequin hiding around the corner. Alright, so we have to cut through this room. The radio is reacting to something. Oh, screw you! I shot you with a bullet. How are you still alive? Nothing in the drawer. Alright, there's gotta be something in that room. Let's go get these bullets. Alright, I think there's another mannequin hiding. I can spot a nurse out in the distance, but I want to be careful because I think there's a mannequin in here. I'm surprised that nurse never got aggroed. Alright, we're on this side of the hallway. around here. Oop. Here's one of the rings. This is the copper ring.
James.
Mary! Oh. Maria, I thought... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? I was almost killed back there. I have never been so scared in my whole life. All you care about is that dead wife of yours. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't leave me alone again. You're supposed to take care of me. So what about Laura? You found her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
What? Well, we have to find her.
Yeah, You really seem to care about that girl. Do you know her?
I'd never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone and... I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
All right.
Let's go look for her.
All right, we got Mary back in the party. Let's continue down here. So now we got to protect her. Also trying to find the other ring. There's nothing here, so let's take the stairwell. Oh, we can't go up to the second floor, so let's see what's on the first floor. We get a syringe. This door's locked. Maria, you sure it's a good idea for you to take point?
What is that?
Well, what do you know? A stroll in the rain. How romantic.
Maria. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to keep things light, James. Just you and me.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, that's a pool I don't want to be jumping into if it's a bottomless pit. Get out a Polaroid. They mustn't know. I'm gonna go back and check, but I don't think any of those rooms can open. I pretty much consider all these rooms locked. Nothing in the shower. There's the fan.
Is that what I think it is?
Looks to be a fridge.
Having trouble there?
Yeah. You think you could give me a hand?
Me? You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? Fine.
Oh, God.
What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, why don't you take it?
Thanks.
So we get the lead ring. So now we have both rings in our...
Where to now?
Come on. I think I know where those rings belong.
So now it's time to make our way back to the door. The patients will become, the diagnosis is scheduled for them when they make their recovery, as my aim is always for the entire personnel, especially when their symptoms will become receding with efficient treatment. Nothing on the side. So nothing else here. Alright, so this leads us back to here. So before we go end off the episode, I want to show where you could use those answers. Come in here. We saw this box when we first entered the Nightmare World, but now we can actually use it. Now, I would highly recommend, and I'm actually going to do this just in case I fuck this up, recommend saving this, because you cannot brute force this. You only get to choose one answer and one answer only. Only from the free categories. If you screw this up, the game will not let you try the puzzle again. Also, you can see Maria behind James for some reason there. So, you may be wondering, how on earth are you supposed to answer these questions? Because these questions seem somewhat random. Well, my viewers, if you've been paying close attention to every detail in the game, be it random plot arcs in the park, street signs, or even some of your memos that you found, you will have the answers in your mind. So, the first question, how many people were lost during the plague? The answer for this was back in the park arc, where it gives you an idea, where it tells you exactly how many and he died. And why is it not letting me move? Do I have to select? No! Hang on. What the hell? Why is the textures not loading? Okay, there we go. Alright, so I stuffed up, and the questions, this is the row of questions. I thought the row was downwards, but no. So, the questions. You may be wondering how on earth you solve this. As I mentioned, if you've been paying attention, you can figure it out. The first answer can be located in the park. As it specifically mentions that 67 people died, so answer 2 is it. For question 2, what road did we take that led us from when we left the cemetery and the woodcutters area? That would be Wilston Roads, number 3. And the final one is a very easy question, as you would most likely would have found the memo for it. Not to mention, 2 of these people are technically not dead. Well, at least one of them isn't. Because answer 2 is Heather, who is the main protagonist of Silent Hill 3, so it can't be her. And the final girl for question 3 is Julia, who is, I believe, the main villain from the first game. And while she's dead, she was not killed by Solomon, so it is the first one. Answering this will give you 2 sets of shotgun ammo. I believe they are 3 and 2 respectively. And 2 syringes. Worth going out of your way to get. Now I forget what happens if you answer wrong. I forget if the box just blows up and you take damage, or if it summons an enemy to try and kill you. But anyway, yeah. With that, we will end the episode here, and in the next episode, we will continue through the hospital. Go up to the doors and put the rings on so we can continue through. So if you enjoyed this episode, do like the videos, it helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts this episode, and share the video so that way more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. I'll see you all in the next one. Later.